Good morning from 8 Point Acres. Spring is sprung. We're in the cul-de-sac food plot, and I've basically doubled the size of this. I've had a video of how it looks when I tipped over all the trees and brush. And you do that, 2 hours worth of work, and you feel like, oh, this is tough part's done. Not so much. I've probably got 20 hours in removing the brush, stacking it on the edges, creating some openings to funnel the deer in the areas you'd like them to come into the food plot if possible. But it's just a ton of work, one stick and limb at a time, dragging it out to the side. Still got stems that are sticking up a foot or two. And that's the way I've learned. Make them super visible so when I come back with a chainsaw and want to take them down to ground level, they're easier to identify. If they're 4 inches off the ground, you miss a lot, and just not the way to go. But today's project is going to be to trim some of these 12 to 18 inch stems that I've left behind, and then take these red pine that are going to be saw logs to put on the mill. And we'll use the 1956 John Deere 420 to get that done, with a little 3-point boom on the end. The poor man's loader, if you will. And get to dragging some of these out of here. But a beautiful day to be doing this. My goodness, just blue sky. It's going to be about 55 out. Just lovely. Back at the cabin, got the little 420 out. Little 2-cylinder from 1956. I just love this little thing. I've got about as much money in this as I do a lawnmower from Lowe's or Home Depot. Neat little unit, just handy as a shirt pocket, as a dear friend of mine used to say. This firewood right here is out of that food plot expansion. This is all red, northern red oak. The limbs and smaller trees split and stacked, but we'll give that a few years to season, and that'll burn like $1 million in the stove. But we'll take this little jewel back and start dragging up some saw logs. It's a nice little tool. You can get into tight little spots, use that lift, pick that log up and drag it back up front to the mill. Just the tail end, drag it up there. Every time I spend a little bit of time on one of these old John Deeres, I just can't help but think of old timers making a living using these things. And at the time, they thought riding on this in the field, doing their thing, was just the greatest thing in the world. I know it was a hell of a lot of work, and tough times were had by anybody that farmed for any length of time, but sitting on top of one of these old John Deeres is just something really special. I'm dragging these logs, as I said, up to the sawmill area, and we'll stage them here. We'll do this milling later on, but get them out of the food plot. That's the plan today.